If we were to do a show of hands or a poll of how many of us have forgotten something when we are building something in Adobe Commerce Magento 2, I think it would have to be 100%. Now, granted, that might be a dumb question from that perspective because, we're humans, we always forget stuff. But Magento 2 is so complex, it's super easy to forget stuff. And the conversation today is one of those little tiny gotchas that is a good reminder to have at the forefront of what we are building on a daily basis. And that is a reminder of an aspect of UI components. And ultimately, part of the fallout of forgetting this, it's not something that impedes immediate functionality, but it's almost guaranteed something the client is going to come back with and say, hey, we need this working in the future. So if we check this box now, it makes you look even better here in the future. My name is Joseph Maxwell with SwiftOtter. As part of what we do here at SwiftOtter, we not only do e-commerce development and make beautiful websites, but we also help train e-commerce developers to make those beautiful websites. SwiftOtter.com, we have a whole bunch of information as far as how to become a better Adobe Commerce developer. And ultimately, we've also been branching into BigCommerce on that training site as well. So check us out, SwiftOtter.com. So without further ado, let's jump in and take a look at our knowledge bite question of the week. You have created a new grid in the admin panel with adminhtml, uiComponent, autoreport.xml. Upon opening the grid and testing it, you notice that while the data is displaying correctly, the columns do not have associated filters. Shoot, what do you do about that? This is a problem. Now, good news is you caught it, the client didn't catch it. So we're in a good place at this point. So let's look through these answers and see what we can do to solve this problem. As always, these knowledge bites have 3 answers, again, to promote critical thinking, quick thinking, so that you are able to stand on your feet as you are talking with your colleagues, or even more importantly, with your clients that you're interfacing with. Check this out. 3 answers. A, the filter pool class has not been assigned yet in DI XML to the virtual type auto report data provider in the arguments section. B, the filter attribute has not been set for the columns in settings. And C, the options class has not been set for the columns filter in the columns configuration. Now, there's several ways we could go about reviewing and see which one is the correct answer. What I'm going to do is show you a quick proof of concept that I mocked up here that I think well demonstrates the answer to this question. So let's jump over here into my computer. And I took this CMS content blocks page right here, and I eliminated the filters from this, exactly simulating what would be the problem here in this type of a scenario. So you'll see there is no filters here on this page. Well, there's store view and asset, etc. But I obviously didn't take those out. But at the end of the day, these should be missing too. Normally, if you look at it in a normal situation, there would be title and identifier, store view, etc. Like store view and asset. Store view is here, but created, etc. Those should all be in this list. So we're going to jump over into the code, and I'm going to, I guess I'm just going to give you the answer right out of the gate here. All right, so the answer, as you see here, would be B. The filter attribute has not been set for the columns in settings. So there are 2 different aspects, 2 different areas that the filter or that control filters. The first one, and maybe a little bit more importantly, is this section up here. Now, to my knowledge, this is not officially required. This allows you to be able to change templates, to set some other information up here. However, this is not critical information. This gives you control over this, but you do not need to set the filters here. I believe this filter search is important if you want to apply a full text search to the page, which is where you can search by keyword. This is the full text search. But outside of that, if you don't want to have full text search, which the cases for that would be pretty few and far between. It's really good to always have that on the page. This filters are always going to appear. I'm not aware of a way to disable filters. I'm just thinking about that. I wonder if there is. There probably is. Drop that in the comments below if there is a way to remove filters. But filter search right here, this allows the full text search. Otherwise, this just gives you extra control over this. Now, so we drop down the page here. We have in our column, we have column block ID. We have settings. Filter is text range. Keep going down here. Filter is text. I'm going to undo these as we go through here. And then you see that there's text. There's a whole bunch of different options. In fact, you can create your own. These are simply pointing to different UI components that you can create new ones. You can reuse these, etc. So all of these are very available options for you. We're going to undo each one of these selections here, and I'm going to save this file and pull up my flush to cache, pop back over here into the Magento side, give a refresh, and we will see what happens when this loads back in. But what you will see is we will get our filters back, as you see right here. These are all filters that map out to specific filter types as specified in this code. It's one of those things you copy and paste. You don't really pay attention to where you copy it from, but then you notice down the road that these filters are missing. One of those stupid little simple, easy mistakes to make. I've made it. I've done that myself before. That is very easy to make. So check this out here. We have our 3 options here. B is the correct option. The filter attribute has not been set for the column in column settings. It's super easy fix. It's one of those things. It's like, duh, that was really dumb. Wasn't dumb. It's just, I mean, again, look at this file right here. Look at this file. Like, how easy is it to miss little tiny things like that out of the unbelievable amount of boilerplate that you see here? So it's just kind of part of how this game is played. It's Magento. It's powerful, totally, very, very, very powerful system. But yeah, there is some definite challenges that come with having to understand and remember all these little tiny nuances. So there you are, you brave Magento developer. Keep up the great work, and we will see you next time.